So by now, most of you should know, my name is Yusef Scott, and I want to welcome you to the So Darn Easy Forex University. Alright, so you guys know, I'm Yusef Scott, the guy behind the So Darn Easy Forex University. Listen. This is my YouTube channel. You guys are here watching this video, right? You're watching this video not because I force you to watch. You watch it because you know that I bring value every time. You all know that, everything happens for a reason. You may have been sitting there watching something and then a video of mine popped up, recommended video pop up. And you say, you know what? That was a crazy title. Let me click on that and see what it's about. Or maybe someone told you to watch this video. Maybe someone told you to check out my videos. Go to his YouTube channel, I'm telling you. Maybe. Whatever it is, you're here for a reason. Alright? So, I want to tell you guys this before we get into the actual topic. If you're not yet connected with us on social media, get there, okay? I put out great content over there. You guys you need to get connected so you can get some of that, all right? Now, I want to share something with you guys that, I don't really have to do this, but I want to share this with you all because I think sometimes it is necessary. I get personal with my students. Sometimes I may touch on some personal things with YouTube. I'm gonna do so now in a way, hopefully it'll come off positive. Hopefully it'll come off as being helpful and not hurtful to anyone. All right. Now, whether or not you guys know, just recently I turned 40 years old. Okay, I turned 40 years old and had a fantastic time celebrating. Very thankful to be here because I realized that I've had many struggles in life, and I've come out of some dark places where I know that some people would have fallen apart. They would have put themselves in some type of far worse situation. I mean, shooting up drugs, drinking, all types of stuff. But losing everything that I've lost, I remained, very ambitious, very driven, hungry, as I always was. I had, things that happened and occurred one after the other that caused me to lose everything. So at 40 years old, I have a lot to be thankful for, a whole lot to be thankful for. Like I told you guys, nearly 20 years ago, I lost everything that I ever owned. Everything. I'll break that down for you guys. So I lost jobs, which caused me to fall behind on my bills, which caused me to face eviction. Okay? Part of the reason why, let me think, I was losing jobs because of the work that I was in, but during this time when we losing jobs, I crashed my car, which also impacted me going to work. So that sort of added to it. So I totaled my car. Young lady that I was seeing, we were popped up pregnant, and we wound up losing a baby. I lost all my credit. Credit was probably like 200. Wasn't that low, but it was like 4 something, if not a little lower, I don't know. But it was really bad. I mean, really bad. And mind you, this was years ago. So I was facing eviction, but what happened was I had enough, well, thank God I was able to, I'm a good dude, and what happened at the time, I had hooked up with another young lady, and long story short, things worked out where we sort of, hooked up together. I moved in with her folks, and then I put myself in storage, and I lost all of that stuff. You know, and all this happened within like maybe 3-4 months. So imagine that. Imagine that. But let me tell you, about 4 months after that, maybe 6 at the most, I had completed my real estate course. I put myself in real estate school maybe like in January. It was like a small 2 or 3 month course, and I completed it, got my certification, and I didn't, let me see, I got my certificate for completing the class, but I didn't go to the board to take my license because I just wanted the lingo, wanted the knowledge, because all I wanted to do was become an investor. Okay, so from that point, opened up the real estate firm, and it just took off from there. All right, so I went to a bottom real fast, and then when I made that decision that I was gonna do something with my life, I wasn't gonna stay in this rut, things took off for me. Okay, so I'm telling you guys this for a reason. So don't get lost in the story. Let me tell you guys why I'm telling you this. Let me tell you guys why I'm making this video. So everything that I have gained in life, whether real estate, Forex, whatever, different business transactions, whatever it is that I've ever gained in life, super appreciative of it. I worked very hard to get to where I am today. Very hard. When I think about all that I've gained in my life since I've lost everything years ago, at the age of 40, I'm very, I mean, I can't be happy. I mean, I'm very happy about, you know, my life, my lifestyle, the things that I can do. I can decide to do whatever it is that I want to do whenever I want to do it. I don't need to ask nobody anything. Of course, I ask my wife, listen, baby, let's do this, that, and the third, whatever. I ask my daughter, hey, Genesis, you want to do this? You know, whatever. You know, Cadence, you know, I mean, you know, there's nothing like having this type of lifestyle where I can do whatever it is that I want. Okay? But that's because I worked very hard at it, and it really has everything to do with me losing everything. Having to taste the ground, not literally, but you know, have fallen so far down to the ground, back to the foundation, back to where, like, listen, it doesn't get any lower than this. There's only one way, and that's up. When I hit rock bottom, literally, when you think about rock bottom, when you hit rock bottom, you're back, you're grounded. There's no other place but up to go. So I'm very appreciative. I remember this. I remember when I bought my first house to live in years ago. I remember I was out somewhere, and I immediately got on my knees and I kissed the ground, literally. I didn't care who was around, because I had gone through so much. And it was such a good feeling. It was such a good feeling, because I knew that I have family, I have friends who have lost far less than I have, and lost it. I mean, gave up. But me, I have a strong mind, very sharp. And to see me come out of all of that, and to start having all these things happening, oh my goodness, it's such a good feeling. So when I think about Forex, okay, think about Forex, and I think about the game, the Forex game, okay, and I think about some of the things that they say, hey, listen, Mr. Scott, you know, people echo, yeah, you trading on demo, and yeah, that's not real, and this and that. Like, dude, you don't even know half of my story. You don't even know where I come from. People will always speculate. I was talking to someone recently, and I was telling them, I said, you know, people in this Forex game, people talk about demo this and demo that, and it's not a live account. But then when I hear that, and then when I try to convince, or when I convince people not to trade on a live account, don't trade on a live account until they have mastered my strategies, trade on demo. And then I hear people say that, you know, I can't trade on a demo account because it's not the same. But what happens when you lose? When you losing on a demo account, when you lose on a demo account, it's not literally come out your pocket. Mentally, it may be, you know, your pride may be hurt. But physically, it's not affecting you. All right? But when you're trading on a demo account and you're taking them L's, you know, when you trade on a live account and you're taking those L's, it hurts here. It causes you to become like you may give up. You know, you may be like, you know what? I don't want to trade Forex no more. Totally discouraged because you've lost the last bit of money that you have. I mean, the last bit of money that you had, you lost it. Now you have to wait a week or two before you can replenish your account. I mean, that could be hurtful. So when I think about people who say, you know, man, like, you trade on a demo account. If I was trading on a demo account, real talk, if I want to be straight real with you guys, I want my students to master trade on a demo account. You know why? Because if they can master trade on a demo account, I expect them to do the same if they have the discipline on a live account. So people talking about trading on a demo account, I can care less. I can care less. Because at the end of the day, if I take an L, it ain't hurting me. I've taken a number of L's in life. I'm disciplined now enough to know that, you know what, I've seen this before. I've hit rock bottom before. I put money inside, I put real estate money inside of the Forex markets and got wiped out immediately before. Those days are over. Those days are over. People, they say, well, I kind of think back on when I first got started training, and I would see people, they would flash money and stuff, and I remember from time to time people, they would ask me, well, man, you know, how do I know you? How do I know you're not a fraud, or you're not? How do I know that you're not a fraud, or how do I know you're not a scammer? How do I know that you're really trading? Because I never see any money. I never see any money. I had a couple videos that I made, and I had a stack of money on my desk. I did have that. I've done that before. But you know, at the end of the day, truthfully, that wasn't me. That wasn't me. I had to check myself real quick. Those videos are still on YouTube somewhere. It's still online somewhere. But I had to check myself real quick, because one thing that I realized, and I have to be true to myself, at the end of the day, in my position right now, I can go and pull out whatever amount of money out of the bank and throw it around the room and just say, oh, Forex this, Forex life, hashtag Forex, hashtag SDEFX. I could do that, and no one will ever know. That could be rent money, that could be mortgage money, that could be my dad's money, that could be my sister's money. They'll never know. That could be a down payment on a house. I'm not supposed to touch that money, but here I am, I'm flashing around. I'm not going to do that. I don't need to do that. At this point, at 40 years old, at this point in my life, if you don't already know the story behind me, why do I need to tell you? There are certain things that I've done in front of Instagram, YouTube, Facebook. Certain things I may show, like, I may show certain things, but I'm not going to show, I don't need to show everything just to prove to a few number of people that I got it, I have money. Me have money doesn't matter. Do I have the sense up here to explain it to people? Can I articulate how I got this money? Or am I just making the money and can't explain it? Like I said, to each his own. But in my position, I better know how to explain it and articulate as easy as I can make it. I better, or my days will be numbered. All right? So I mean, you don't come this far, and you guys have seen. It's funny because I made a couple posts I made some posts online, and you guys may have seen my posts on social media. My 7 Series BMW. It's amazing that I have to show certain things because I know that certain things motivate people. But some people they see things from a totally different light. They feel like, oh, this guy, he's just bragging. No, I want people to know what's possible. You're going to know my story. You're going to know that I lost everything, and now look what I've turned it into. I'm not punching somebody's clock. I'm not getting up early on Monday morning punching someone's clock. I'm not working that night shift anymore, that graveyard shift anymore. I'm not doing that. I'm taking care of my family, and I'm doing it based on what I want to do. What's best for my family. I'm not working hard like that no more. No, I'm not. But at the end of the day, I'm gonna make sure I take care of my people. I want to add value and take care of my people. If people can't see what I've been able to build I've been able to do a lot. For those who are close to me, those of you guys have seen, whether it's, and please know that this is not a bragging session, because at the end of the day, I can care less about things it doesn't define who I am, because I can get rid of them and there'll be no more. But this up here is how I got the things. The things didn't bring things. I got it through this. So because of that, that's how I've been able to become successful. Realizing the game, real estate, Forex, knowing how to move funds around and get what it is that I want. That's the game. Being able to buy land or being able to build your home from the ground up. That's what you want to be able to do. That's what I always wanted to do. That's what I have done. That's what I'm still doing. I didn't just start real estate today or last year. No, I've been doing this for 15, 20 years now. I've been positioned. It didn't start just because you just found me on So Darn Easy Forex. No, I've been here a lot longer than that. There's a lot of value that I have. So the house, houses, buildings, cars, you guys have seen it, but so what? It doesn't matter. These things are just things. They're just things. They look good. It looks nice. But they throw away some of them. Some of them are throwaways. It's just temporary. That's all it is. Don't get hung up on that stuff. But the reason why I'm telling you guys this is because don't think for a second that you can't have the same thing. This is what working hard has been able, this is what it's done for me. Working hard, you know, letting people know what it is that I'm about. Helping people. Okay, listen, you need to do this. Let me show you what I did. This is what I went through. Let me show you this. This is what I, don't do that. Do it like this. This is what I did. People start to take stock in you. You start adding value to self. Just wanting to help people, genuinely. That's what it is that I do, and that's why I continue to get ahead. That's why I don't worry about the chatter. People talking all the, you know, I don't worry about that, because at the end of the day, what's done in the dark, He'll take care of that. I can't stop people, but He can. That's right, He can. So I stay focused on the things that I know is gonna add the value. And I realize my position. I realize that in my field, what I'm in, I have to show people a little bit. Gotta show them a little bit, because let them know what it is they can achieve. But I'll be daggone if I'm gonna show people and pull out all this money out the bank, just sit down with it. I don't need to do that. I think people know by now, okay, yeah, he's definitely doing his thing. I don't need to show money just to prove that. I don't. Some things are better left, you know, not said. You don't have to say everything. Some things are just comprehended because people see. Ladies and gentlemen, hopefully this has made a lot of sense. This is a little personal. You know, I've touched on some personal topics that oftentimes get me choked up, because I realize that I appreciate where I've come from. I really do. And you know, I realize that I truly am blessed to be here, to have seen the market in the light that I've seen the market, and now be able to see the market in a newfound way. It's amazing. It's enough to make you like, hold up, am I living a dream for real? And the bottom line is this is how I honestly feel. I feel like, truthfully, that anyone that I'm connected with, or anyone who's connected to me, anyone that I'm connected with, they're blessed, because I know that I'm blessed. That's the way that I feel. Because honestly, I don't have any doubt in anything that I can do. I feel like I can do whatever it is that I want. And sometimes that confidence, it's a little scary, because you're like, you know what? If I say that I'm going to do this, I know how I am. I know that I'm going to drop everything and I'm going to do it. I know how I am. And it's like, you know what? Do I really want to stop amid all that I've been working towards and just focus on that? And then, do I really want that? And sometimes you got to take a step back and say, you know what? Hold on. Let me do this. You know, let me really think about what it is that I'm going after. Let me really think about, do I really want that? But honestly, sometimes it can be scary, because I know how ambitious and how driven, and how persistent I am when it comes to going after what it is that I want. I don't, at this point, after losing everything, you're like, you know what? How worse could it be? How worse could it get? I've already seen the bottom. So you know what? The best thing that I can do is keep on driving it home and say, screw what people say. I can care less. Once you get that in your head, once you realize that people want to talk regardless, it won't matter what people say. Let what people say fuel you to keep going hard. That's what I do. People want to silence you out here. They want you to be quiet out here. No, don't be quiet. Keep on doing your thing. Keep on pushing hard. That's what it's about. That's what it's about. So hopefully it's made sense to you guys. Listen. I can go on about life, about topics of turning your life around. I've been there, I've done that. I'm sought after by, not so much sought after, but my siblings call upon me for advice for a reason. I'm looked at like, because I've gone through so much, and I'm the baby boy. I've gone through a whole lot, so it says a lot. So with experience comes wisdom. All right, and of course with wisdom, it's life. So that's what we're all after. So you guys take that and remember, I'm Yusef Scott. They consider me the Forex GOAT, and it's not just for a reason. All this was designed this way. It's supposed to happen this way. And I'm doing what I was told. All right? You guys have nothing short of a fantastic day. Peace.